Leave Britney alone!
What's up, guys? I'm Erica.
I'm Eric.
And we're the Erics.
Today we are at the Meme Ranch checking out some fine art, and nothing finer than Britney, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
This art piece here is called The Appeal of Losing Desirability. So,
or bald Britney.
Yeah, or bald Britney. With this, so this is a time when Britney was really just killing it. And everybody was wanting to be taking pictures of Britney, getting autographs, and she just could not handle the just people wanting to be with her and everything. So she decided to do something extreme so that she could be left alone.
Yeah, homegirl couldn't even go to Yogurtland without being bombarded. I have just always imagined being like a famous celebrity and not being able to go to Yogurtland and being bombarded, like that's my make it or break it.
That's the price that you pay for fame.
Right.
Like, you know, people know you and they want to be with you. They, like, you know, people, essentially, if you really think about it, people lifted you up to that point, and people need their privacy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, you can't even go to the Yogurtland to get your own little, you know, snack with your kids or whatever without being harassed by paparazzi. Like, imagine just every day, just that, you know, like, if someone were to get a flashlight and just flash in your eyes all the time, like, that gets annoying. You can't see what's going on.
This particular moment happened when the internet was on a high rise.
Yeah.
So before, I mean, the only thing we were exposed to as far as marketing was those walking into Target and seeing her album. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. And I was like 7, 8 years old, but and
you saw her like Super Bowl and stuff like that. You would see her on mainstream media, TV, like concerts and things like that. So that's the thing that's so funny, is because she couldn't handle that. And then when she did this, she created something new that gave her even more issues. She created a social media, like computer media,
right?
And she just created a buzz. And they started making memes about it. They started making fun of her and things like that. And you have like that guy on YouTube who's super famous for like losing his shit when he has the sheets over. He's like, leave Britney alone.
I've never seen that.
And he literally got so much buzz off of that because she was the talk of the town. She was the talk of the town. Everybody was talking about her. Before social media was a place to, you know, nobody knew what to do with social media.
Yeah.
And when she did that, people were hating on her, talking shit, giving her a hard time. You had some people who are true fans on there trying to defend her.
Yeah.
But it was creating a buzz.
That's true.
And she was making herself, if nobody knew who Britney Spears was before her music, or before she did this, they knew her more now because of the fact that she shaved her head. She was trying to get people to leave her alone. And it's funny, that's the thing that's really cool about this picture, is because she was trying to just be like, hey, look at me, I'm bald now, so leave me alone. And it's just like, no. We're gonna raise you, and we're gonna keep bothering you now with this stuff.
So that leveled her up.
Yeah, and then that just, because she was just trying to do anything she could to get left alone.
Yeah.
She does this, and then it does the opposite, and then that's when she really starts to tank.
Do you think that's why depression's on the rise?
I don't think it's because, you know, people are in everybody's business and stuff like that, but well, I guess actually kind of, yeah, because it does have to do with that. People subconsciously know that people are viewing you, they're watching you via social media. Right. And they're actually giving away the rights of privacy.
Yeah, that's
so kind of like the past art piece that we were talking about, they're talking about, you know, their privacy being given away.
And I would just lose my shit too.
Yeah.
I'd probably do the same thing as Britney Spears, so yeah.
I mean, you're just somewhere, just hanging out, trying to have a good time. Like, you can even be somewhere, but I've seen this happen before too. We've gone to a Tony Robbins event, and Tony Robbins had to be like, hey guys, this is a private event, yes, and I know that I have famous friends here, but you need to not be taking pictures with them, because all the time, this is the biggest thing, and this is probably one of the things that she was having. People, they'll be like, hey, what's up? Can I get a picture with you? And it's like, damn, how are you gonna ask me for a picture? You're already ready to go.
Yeah.
Just take the picture then.
So yeah.
And that's a lot of things that these people have problems with. They're just, they don't have privacy. They can't even go and, I mean, they can't even take a without somebody coming and peeping over and be like, oh look, I just saw Kevin Hart take a dump.
Yeah.
And then take a picture. Kevin Hart talks about that.
Yeah.
Where he's in the bathroom, someone peeps over, hey Kevin Hart! And then takes his picture, he's like, ah damn, I'm taking this shit. Yeah. So the thing about this, to kind of talk about this art piece though, is what the artist did here with this work. So we have this very famous picture here of Britney Spears. So the backstory here is that, you know, he got this picture from the actual paparazzi who took this picture.
Wow.
Gave it to him. He printed this picture and then he put it in this frame. Now this frame has a little bit of a story to it. So this is kind of a replica of what people back in the day, especially out in Europe, in Catholicism times, they would put some sort of like something that they would worship. So maybe you'd put the Virgin Mary on here or something like that, and that just kind of shows. And that's the kind of the irony that I like about the artwork here is that that this frame, I feel like it symbolizes society, and it makes it seem like, hey, as a society, this boom, and the artist slapped it on like this is what we worship.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was Britney Spears. I mean, she could do no wrong. I mean, she was, she had the dance moves back in the day, great voice. She was just, really taking off, body on point. Everybody wanted to be Britney Spears.
Yeah.
This right here, this frame, I feel like symbolizes the society worshiping her as a person, and she could not handle it. She cracked.
I also feel like since this is such a high symbolism right here, Britney doing what she's doing is so controversial. It's showing that she could do no wrong, and there's no way of getting out of this perfection.
Yeah, even when she did something like that, I mean, look at that. At this level, with the bald head, she's still being talked about.
Yeah.
She's still being put in a frame.
Yeah.
Where she's on, this is like the spotlight right here, Britney Spears, when she's bald. She got more famous from that move than she did infamous.
And it didn't stop from there.
No, and it didn't stop. I mean, people to this day, as soon as I saw this art, honestly, I saw this, I thought, leave Britney alone. And when she just lost her shit, I remember, even to this day, guess what people do on Halloween? They dress up like Crazy Britney. That's what they call this.
Yeah.
This is referred to as Crazy Britney, and they'll have the umbrella, and I think she was smacking paparazzis. I'm not sure 100% what it is, but I've seen that Halloween costume of Crazy Britney.
Yeah, one of my friends did it, and it's totally on the gram. It's pretty funny, but also kind of sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, Britney's got feelings too,
Yeah, she does. She's a human being, and that's what people don't understand.
Yeah.
That she is a person who has feelings just like everybody else, and she wants to be able to do things on her own without everybody kind of going through her shit.
I feel like the bald look is definitely unwomanly to do. So, and there's this huge women's movement going on right now at the moment. So I definitely think she started the trend saying, you know what, let all the bad bitches out.
With her doing this publicly and letting people know, it does feel to me as if though she was just trying to let you know, I am just like everybody else. Because it does suck, especially a person like Britney. She said before, she doesn't want people to feel like they have to be like her. She wants people to be themselves.
Right.
And she has expressed that, and she does express that through her music. So she doesn't want you to idolize her like some goddess.
Right.
She wants that's not her what she's trying to do. She's trying to make sure that everybody else feels the way that she does. So she wants to let you know, look guys, when I do something like this, I'm just a human being. And even still, people did not kind of reciprocate that message. They didn't get that she was trying to do something greater than that. 'Cause it sucks. Imagine if people who have who are famous, they have a hard time transitioning. Whenever, just think about certain, famous people that have one-liners in movies. They want to do something better than that. Like Jessica Alba right now. She talks about how she had problems where she's trying to start foundations and do things that are better, and people will always go up to her and maybe quote fantastic 4 lines to her, or something like that, or being we saw the movie The Big Lebowski the other day. The guy's a dude. That's what people go up to him and call him. I don't even know what his real name is. Yeah, I don't even know what that guy's real name is. But if I saw him, oh, the dude. I would do that to him. I don't know if a moment like this could happen again, because I feel like we as people have evolved. The way that we are now, we aren't, we have somewhat evolved. So even though this happened, it just happened in a different way. So today, it isn't about figuring out who broke down and doing things like that. Today, it's more you see a lot of famous people catching crap for for things that they might have done a long time ago.
Right.
For their past, because that stuff is recorded on history. So it's the same way. Like you look at, I've been talking about him, but you look at someone like Kevin Hart. One of the things that was his biggest dream was to host the Oscars. And that got taken away from him because of some comments that he made in the past. Some comments that he, and he's apologized for those things, and he says stuff like that. So now what people do is, instead of trying to make somebody go to this point and just lose their shit, they're doing it in a different way. It's back then the culture was catching people slipping, catching people doing things that they shouldn't be doing, exposing somebody.
Right.
Now it still is like that. It's still exposure. You still want to expose somebody, but you're not catching them with your pants down. Now you're like, hey, remember when you were 20 years old and you didn't know better, you said something stupid? Well, guess what? We're gonna do. You can't host the Oscars. You can't do whatever you did because of the mistake you made in the past.
That's
Yeah, and that's kind of the culture that we're living in now. It's called cancel culture, and it's happening a lot to a lot of celebrities. Think about it. We live in a culture where, I remember back in when I was in elementary school, you could call people retarded.
Yeah.
You can't say that now.
Oh,
You
no,
say
no.
that, people are gonna be like,
What
oh
an
my
asshole.
god, what the hell did you just say? You would get put in Instagram jail.
Yeah, I know.
For calling somebody retarded. I mean, back in the day too, when if you wanted to do something like, hey dude, I'm thinking about going to the mall, someone would be like, gay?
Yeah.
You do some stuff like that, hell no, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
I have a lot of that. I mean, so you wanna know another example?
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper was in a movie called The Hangover. He gets because he did a line that he wrote. They go up to the dentist, Ed Helms' character. He goes, paging Dr. Faggot.
Oh my gosh, that should totally be the next meme.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He caught for that. He said that was his line that a writer gave him. He said that line in a movie because apparently that was a culture back in early 2000, and now he catches for that.
Right, but what I'm saying is, since it's so controversial, I think it should be another art piece here on the meme rant. What do you think?
I mean, that could be. Because it would be the evolution of this.
Yeah.
It could be another. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It could be like a meme that we have on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of stuff like that are going on, and that's one of the reasons why I said, like I said, if that's the kind of skeleton that people are digging up, dude, I got a lot of skeletons in my closet.
So something really crazy about this whole life thing is that history tends to repeat itself a little bit. I'm not sure if you caught on to that pattern.
What do you mean?
Basically what I mean is we're taking an old, beautiful art piece that's well respected and is really looked very high upon, and we're putting something new and a little controversial.
Slapping a new image on there?
Right, so basically what Britney did here was kind of change the pattern a little bit. We're kind of, a lot of people say you're in control of your own universe, but are you? Really?
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah, so she went ahead and made a bold move here and changed the pattern and actually changed the game of the internet. So
because that is a pretty big reason why the internet is what it is now with, trolls.
Yeah.
I mean, even South Park, they did an episode about trolls.
Right.
If she was trolling people, then she was doing a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, she was. Because, I mean, if she did that, if she was doing the troll and just trying to get more attention, she's a genius.
Yeah.
Because, she got what she wanted.
And more.
And more.
Yeah.
She probably didn't even know it was going to take off this much.
And it's still being talked about till
till this day. Here we are, still talking about it. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
I mean, even kids who are in middle school and high school, they know about it. Like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and if you don't know about it, all you got to do is Google it.
Google it.
Yeah.
And it's forever in the internet.
Yep.
Once it's on the internet, it doesn't come off the internet. That's kind of how it works there. So once it's on the internet, somebody could have downloaded it, because they made memes about it, so it's on somebody's computer.
For sure.
I mean, here it is in print, so it's not going anywhere. There's no getting rid of it. It's not like for instance, my mom and dad have a photo album, and they have pictures of me that are super embarrassing. I'm talking about for whatever reason, I wanted to be super emo and cool, and I wore I wanted to be I can't think of the name right now. It's a band. The Green Day. No, I want to be like Green Day.
Yeah.
So that dude would wear eyeliner and makeup and stuff. So I remember I told one I thought it was so cool. I wore eyeliner, makeup, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm emo. Someone took a picture of me, and somehow it ended up on our photo album. Well, guess what? It didn't end up on the internet, so I grabbed that picture,
You're like,
ripped it up, threw it into some fire, so make sure that nobody could ever see that. But I mean, if that was me on like on some Britney case, that emo picture would be out there, and I would be forever ashamed of that picture.
Yes.
People know about it, but they don't see it.
thank God for being 90s kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Leave Britney alone.
Awesome. Okay.
What's up? This is XVALA. I'm the guy who makes art in the middle of a field in Oklahoma, who also has a website, memeranch.com. Come visit, sign up for notifications, find me on social media, xvala.com, memeranch.com, Google my wiki. I make art, I make memes, I make you smile. From a field in Oklahoma City. People always ask me why I made a sculpture out of pizza. The answer is simple. In Crest we trust.